Good evening. It's now 6:30, and I call to order the regular meeting of the Victoria City Council. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The first item on our agenda this evening is announcements. Thank you to everyone who made this year's Night to Unite a success. We visited a record 26 neighborhood gatherings. It was a great evening of community connection and collected 537 pounds of food for Bountiful Baskets and many gift cards and cash for the Southern Valley Alliance. Special thanks to our fire department and our communications team for their efforts in organizing this amazing event. And a big thank you to our community for their generous donations. Everyone is invited to Bayfront Park along Lake Minnetonka Regional Trail this week, Wednesday, August 13th from 5 to 7, for a free basic bike tune-up and repair from our mobile bike fix-it clinic. Expert volunteers from Project Life Cycle, a program of a better society, will be on hand to service bikes of all sizes and styles. The next item on our agenda is to adopt the final agenda. Council, can I get a motion to adopt the final agenda?
Motion to adopt the final agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item on our agenda is open forum. This is the opportunity for anyone to address the council on an item that is not on the agenda and not in application form that will be coming to the council at a future date. Please don't expect any action from council this evening regarding your comments. We may ask clarifying questions, but it's not intended to be a back and forth discussion. No one has registered to speak in advance, but if there is anyone in the audience who would like to address the council on an item that is not on the agenda and not in application that will be coming to the council at a future date, please step forward. Please, welcome. Come on up here to the podium. Come on up here to the podium. We need you to talk into the microphone so we hear you. So please introduce yourself for the record and your address.
Shelley Varner and Al DeLacy at 1136 Parkview Court.
Great. Please carry on with your comments.
Okay, so I get a lot of notices from Victoria. We signed up 5 years ago when we moved in, and I saw one on there about the little motorized vehicles that are all down the path now. And so we thought it was going to be tonight, and Dana said, actually, no. So she said she thought I might have seen it on something that wasn't for tonight. So anyway, we saw it sort of looking official, so we thought we'd come in. I have come up and talked to a gentleman behind the desk after my granddaughters and I were walking down, and this is not the first time, but just with the two little dudes that kind of came up behind us, and they decided kind of the last minute that they weren't going to make it around us before the bike or whoever was coming the other way. So they hit the brakes or put their feet on the ground. It was just a whole bunch of loud gravel sounds right behind us, and kind of scared the bejesus out of us, truthfully. But that's not our first time. These little dudes are kind of going really fast.
Shelley, was this on the regional trail?
Yeah, right
Yeah,
out here.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And so, anyway, we're not very happy. We are in the other category, one of the categories. We do have electric bikes, but we have to use the pedals. And so I know that they have designations and everything, but we're just really not happy. And we also have a lot of the people that talk about it in our neighborhood. And the gentleman that was there that I talked to said it is a very live subject because a lot of people have called or come in. Yeah. So they're not super respectful. We were down last Wednesday for dinner down at the Lions. That's not how I understand it.
Noble Lion.
Noble Lions. Sorry. There's so many lions. But anyway, we came out, went down to I could hear the music and have a social ice cream. And they were, whoo, 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 and there's little kids walking around. And I just think there's got to be a policy to put forth that they cannot be there. I read somewhere that it was going to maybe just that they have to be on the roads, and that might keep them in their own neighborhood. A lot of these kids, I got called the B word by a kid from Excelsior because I said, hey, slow down, you know. And he just screamed at me and things like that. And he comes out here, and then we ran, because we were going to Excelsior, so we kind of crossed paths again. And so I don't know if he was embarrassed, but anyway, that's just one of those things that they're very brazen. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel for little kids that are maybe 10 to 12. Yeah. So.
Thank you for that. Yeah, we have heard lots of comments about that situation and are actively working on it. So appreciate your making the trip down here to talk to us directly.
And I did kind of do something I probably shouldn't have done. I didn't touch anybody. But I did take a picture of a kid that was going too fast. I just kind of thought, I really only got his hand, but he didn't know that. And he stopped about a block past me and said, what? You know, and so anyway, I think that's something that if, you know, people have to, they might have to just start doing that because it's insane.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah, we thank you for your comments. We are actively working on it. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to the consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda are routine, administrative, and do not require deliberation or are housekeeping items that are required by law. They're approved with one vote unless someone requests an item to be considered separately. Ms. Hardy, does staff wish to pull anything from the consent agenda for separate discussion and vote this evening?
None from staff, Madam Mayor.
Any members of the council
None from me, Mayor.
or any member of the audience? I will entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
Motion to adopt the consent agenda.
We have a motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. There are no items on the regular agenda this evening, so we'll move on to reports and emerging issues. Ms. Hardy, any reports from you?
This evening, Mayor, members of the council, Claudia Asphalt, our city clerk, has something she'd like to share with you all.
Ms. Edisfold, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and council members. I just wanted to point out, as our continued collaboration with
Zeller Studios.
Zeller Studios, thank you. We have new art on display and it's fair themed. The art was placed on Monday or last Monday. All the art is available for purchase, and we are open regular business hours Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4:30, and Fridays, 8 till noon until the end of the month.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Edisfold. Please come down and enjoy this beautiful artwork. Members of the council, any reports from any of you? All right, seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned.